Hey, what's up everybody? I'm Will and we are back with Genshin Impact. We are in the 3.2 update.
Yay.
We are going to be continuing the main story. I checked earlier, I logged in earlier to check, unless something has changed. There should not be any new event really. Yeah, so just the usual stuff. So yeah, this is a kick-ass, it's a mech basically, but like they're calling it a puppet. And that's gonna be pretty sure the big bad boss that we're gonna be going up against, which is weird because there's like 2 Fatui members in this land, and we'll see how this plays out. I'm assuming the puppet guy we're gonna beat here, and then the other guy, I can't remember his name, we're probably gonna just like move on to the next area and he's gonna be the boss of whatever our next zone is, because that's kind of what they did with Senora. We like met the puppet guy soon after Senora, after we beat her, so I'm assuming they're gonna do that again, but I don't know. I felt like the Senora, she was wiped out not easily, but like we never really got to know too much about her or see her that much. So it's like, here's the bad guy, here's another cutscene with the bad guy, okay, you defeated the bad guy. It's just like, I need a little more depth. Like if they're not gonna have the Harbingers be a little more in depth in like their character and then be more menacing than showing up like 3 times, then like at least introduce us to the Cryo Archon, so we can at least be like, okay, well, we're not afraid of the Harbingers, but the Harbingers are like envoys of the Cryo and we're afraid of the Cryo. But like we haven't really met the Cryo god yet, so it's like, our main focus is on the Harbingers. Alright, so let's go outside and we will select the new main story and see where we go from here. And I'm pretty sure we're gonna head back into the main town. And honestly, I don't know. I hope not. I mean, they gave us this whole desert, and the story they gave us with the desert was cool, but at the same time, it was like hyper concentrated between the village we're currently in and the one big temple, and then that's it. So it's like, I really hope we do a bit more with the desert, but at the same time, like the other part of Sumeru, we haven't really done too much in. Like we did that long story in the main city, as well as our intro to the first little city when we first showed up here. But other than that, a lot of the green area of Sumeru we haven't really done too much main story stuff in. With this update, they also put in all of the like Sumeru like buildings and whatnot into the Serenity Teapot, so you have all those to buy. I already bought up like half of them. Let's see here, what did we do? Oh yeah, we got some mail earlier today, and of course that gave us a lot of primo gems, a total of 600 primo gems for the new update, which is usual what we get. So we're almost at 1,000, so if we get a few of a few wishes, we'll be able to pop the primo gem. But yeah, right now it's her and her. Unfortunately, like all the 4 stars in the background, it's just like, those are like the most basic guys. Like I already have most of them maxed out. In fact, I think I have all of them maxed out. Noelle I'm not 100% on, but I'm pretty sure Razor and Bennett I already have maxed out. So it's like, I'm probably gonna go for more weapons again. Let's check the shop super quick. Yeah, we're 1 away from just being able to buy one. And I think buying 2 still puts us over 1,000 that we need. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, 1,200. Who knows? That should be attainable pretty soon, depending on what event starts up. But yeah, there wasn't really any event that they showed off during the stream that really like popped to me, because this update seems to really be focused more on the story than on having interesting events. Let's go quest. And we're gonna go main story. Wait until the next day. I really want to try out Candace some more, because the brief fight we had with her, I really did not get a good vibe for her fighting ability.
Has everyone arrived?
But dude, I love their style. The whole Egyptian theme, it's like, I really hope we get more characters that are Egyptian themed. And I do hope there's more expanded on like a desert area with more Egyptian themes as well. Because I really hope this isn't the only spot in the game and it kind of gets wasted.
Everyone is already waiting inside.
Well, what are we waiting for? Let's join them!
Please, wait a moment. Before attending the meeting, I hope you can promise me one thing.
What do you need?
Promise me that you won't commit to anything too reckless.
Okay, guy we just met.
What do you think?
Let's see, come on. That would have been fun if they were like, I don't know. Seriously, we could have just been inside the house and her talk to us before we like walked over to a table. Back into the house. And honestly, they could have just not had a door on it and just had it been like open, like a pavilion style thing. So yeah, nothing drives me crazier in this game than like us having to go into like a small building and we just have to do a cutscene or do a loading screen, and it's just like, why? Just let it play. Because it's not like they're gonna be doing any crazy animations.
But why isn't anybody talking?
We already discussed things a bit.
Hey, where have you been? I've missed you too.
Are you ready? Very well.
Are you sure this is gonna work?
I gotta admit, it's bold. Color me impressed.
It's worth a try.
Classic video games slash TV shows where they set up a plan off screen and we're just gonna have to figure it out as it goes through.
The point of discussion is to arrive at a solution. Let's cut the small talk and move to the next point.
You're making Paimon nervous.
Hello? Cutscene, maybe? Yeah, I need to figure out if there's a correlation between the different kinds of loading screens and what we're about to see. Because this is obviously the different kind that has the symbols down in the corner. So maybe this might be a actual, like, fancy cutscene? Opposed to the lame-ass one that we always see. This one's even lamer, because it's a blank screen. Okay. This isn't good. What the shit?
You're finally done.
I have some other stuff to take care of. Catch you all later.
Once again, they do that thing where it's a loading screen, but it's not finished loading
I know
yet.
what you're going to say. I'll be careful.
That's what I wanted to hear. Take care. Well, Traveler, Paimon, judging from your expressions, the meeting must have been quite productive.
You can tell?
I'm not that good at scheming or strategy, but I can sense people's emotions. And based on your reaction, things must have gone quite well.
Paimon's a little worried. Hopefully nothing will go wrong.
To be honest, I feel the same. But you're already some of the most capable people I know. So you have my trust.
Candace gave us a compliment.
Your deeds speak for themselves.
Candace, we stayed behind to tell you that, although you won't be coming with us, we'll be sure to remember your words.
I'm very glad to hear that. I've said the same thing to everyone here today as I said to you when you arrived. Your safety is the most important thing. Only when you're safe can the plan be successful. So please, take care. You're welcome. And thank you for taking my advice. Good luck. With everything. I'll be here in the village praying for you.
Right. Huh, interesting. I thought we'd go out the main entrance back to Sumeru. It looks like we're heading out this way. No, we never even really explored any of these ruins around the town. Oh, are we teaming up?
Sounds good. I'll go make some preparations.
Okay.
I'll hit them!
Have you finished saying your goodbyes?
Yeah! Also, Candace told everyone to be careful.
Yes, she did. But I think my point also bears repeating. Our plan is not child's play. We won't be able to achieve anything if we're simply careful. We must go beyond that and fully commit ourselves to it. I hope this is clear to you.
Huh? Shouldn't you be saying something more cheerful to boost our morale right now?
Didn't we already do that during the meeting?
You can never have enough words of encouragement.
In that case, Candace can cuddle you to your heart's content while I continue to remind you of the seriousness of our situation. We all have our jobs to do, after all. It's like how some people can be put in charge of logistics while others will fight on the front lines.
Speaking of the front lines, you don't look anything like a soldier.
Of course. Compared to the mercenaries, I'm merely a feeble scholar. But the advantage of not being a mercenary is that I get to stay in a safer place and offer my strategic insight. Just think about that mercenary who lost his mind. Mercenary groups are facing constant danger every single day.
Well, being a scholar is also a high-risk occupation, and you are a scholar!
I'm not like the rest of them. Even among members of the same species, some will exhibit far more potential than others.
This guy. Paimon still remembers when those mercenaries in Port Ormos called you a lunatic.
All intellectuals are lunatics in the eyes of fools. I'll take that as a compliment. That reminds me. Do you remember the record we saw in the King Deshret ruins? It mentioned you have a good memory. Forbidden knowledge has the power to drive people insane, but this fact has never been shared with the public. Even I, who has worked in the academia for some time, was never once informed of this. I think those mad scholars and mercenaries we encountered may have all fallen victim to the corrupting qualities of forbidden knowledge. But the academia has always held a different view. They have always believed that symptoms of madness are a side effect of human contact with divine knowledge as mere mortals. Come to think of it, perhaps the academia has also never understood the true nature of forbidden knowledge, and thus always approached the issue from the wrong direction. The Withering, Elazar, and the sandstorms. Don't you think what is happening right now across Sumeru is rather similar to the forbidden knowledge pollution that occurred in the desert thousands of years ago?
But Paimon thought that Irminsul's disease is what caused the withering and the sandstorms. At least, that's what Tainari told us. Wait a second. Could it be that?
Ah, you've connected the dots. The cause of Irminsul's illness may precisely be the pollution from forbidden knowledge.
But if that's the case, what should we do? This is huge!
Wait. Why do you think Lesser Lord Kusanali would have a solution to this situation?
You mean, it's related to the scene you saw when you passed out in the Avidia Forest? That whole, the world forget me thing?
In that case, it's imperative that we rescue Lesser Lord Kusanali. Only by working with her to save Irminsul can we completely resolve the problems Sumeru currently faces.
Oh, okay. So before I was wondering, like, it showed that Kusanali was basically the regressed form of the other god. So it's like they're the same person. And I was wondering, well, why does she have the name Kusanali instead of just going by the same name? Maybe when she like did the whole reversal back, I didn't even think of this. When she when she used all her power and reverted back to like a childlike form, maybe she just like amnesia'd herself. And that's what she meant by forget. Oh yeah, because maybe, when she was dealing with that forbidden knowledge, maybe she herself got corrupted by the knowledge. So in stopping it, she had to like reverse and become a younger child and forget all that. That's probably why. Okay, gotcha.
To make sure we're still on track, I would like to check on the state of some of our preparatory work.
Where are we going?
To an Eremite base.
I swear to God. Don't let it be hiccups. Okay, it's not. Okay, I was gonna say don't make it be like that same spot that's like right here. But he's like, yeah, we've just mainly been like focusing right here for most of this until we went all the way out here for this one. But no, it's this other base. We came across this one just the other day when we were getting all these spots. All of the teleportation. Well, Mr. Potter. Magic. Let's do this.
Oh, you made it.
Huh? What are they doing here?
I gave them some technical work to do.
Ah, it's the scribe. And is that the traveler I see?
How's the work going?
Ah, yes! We have fixed the devices according to your instructions. One of them is already ready for use, while the others are still under repair.
Aren't those devices for can knowledge extraction? What are you doing with those?
Look here.
Huh? More can knowledge? Are you going to put more weird stuff into his head again?
Well, if we had one of those machines, maybe we could like hook it up to the whole inner dream thing that Kusanali's doing, and it extract all of the bad knowledge from all the people all at once, maybe?
What's that look on your face? Are you scared?
Paimon's a little scared, but very, very furious.
That's an interesting response. Anyway, we're not going to use this just yet. As I mentioned during the meeting, this knowledge capsule contains a decree I drew up in the past. The academia should also have their own copy. And according to the plan we just came up with, Traveler, I want you to record something into this capsule. Do you believe we can save Lesser Lord Kusanali? Good. Conviction is the most important part of all of this. Now, please get ready and put on this device.
I hate when they do that so much, where it's like, here's multiple choice, and then like whatever you say, their response is just clearly like vague enough where it's like, it would work for whatever we said. It's 2 years in, but still, it's like, god damn it. I really wish they would change this and make our choices and speech actually a bit more, you know, engaging, interactive, actually like changing some things, they might say, rather than giving us the same like vague-ish statement that would work for both answers.
You want us to record our conviction into the knowledge capsule?
Yes.
Paimon is still really worried.
I understand, but trust me, Paimon, this is something we have to do. It's best if you can do as I say. Because, to achieve this impossible task, it sounds like you'll need to fool your own heart first. Although it may feel like a trick, self-encouragement may be the most important tool we have.
Paimon can see the point you're trying to make.
Imagine this. We have orchestrated our plan and successfully rescued Lesser Lord Kusanali. As a result, we have changed Sumeru's entire political landscape. Everything went without a hitch, and everyone recognizes and praises our achievements.
Oh wait, are we gonna try to brainwash everyone to think that we did a thing that we didn't do, but since everyone thinks we did do it, it kind of just makes it like a thing?
Now, open your eyes.
Can I just get matrixed?
Here.
What's this?
Read it out loud. It's done.
Is your head okay? Does anything hurt?
It's just a recording. There should be no negative effects.
But what was the point of doing this? Paimon doesn't get it.
And that's perfectly fine. In any case, these capsules aren't meant to be used by you.
Huh? What do you mean?
Have you forgotten? Our plan needs to account for those who have long relied on the Akasha. You may find it hard to believe, but for those people, everything the Akasha transmits to them is nothing short of absolute truth. Imagine if you've been using a device like the Akasha since the day you were born, and this device has always supported you during times of need. After all that time, what do you think you'd become?
A fool? A machine?
A slave to orders. And that's why rules are so important. In addition, those who understand the rules can delineate boundaries and identify gray areas.
But why would you need to identify the gray areas?
You could say that those kinds of ambiguous zones can be very interesting. One might even say they're advantageous in the right hands.
The things you're interested in are really out there. Are all Sumeru scholars like this?
Anyway, that's enough chit-chat. I'm going to take those two to work on some small projects. You can head to Caravan Rebot and start preparing for the next step.
Small projects?
We're going to tinker with the Akasha terminal and make a few modifications.
Alright. Hey, what's up, man? It's ironic. The last arc that we were in, we were part of like a civil war situation, and now we're part of just like almost a straight up like overthrowing of a government almost. Twice in a row. Hopefully we'll be able to get through most of this. I really want to see that boss and see how he fights. Hopefully. Okay, right on the boundary. Yeah, because look at this. There's so much room. We could expand the desert in 9%. Oh god, we have so much work to do. Yeah, and this whole upper area too has been blank this entire time. I really can't wait to see what they do to fill that in. Anyways, let's teleport back here. I'm assuming... God, are we gonna head like straight for the capital after this, or are we gonna start like stop by the other cities? Which I'm honestly surprised we are already at like the third part of the main story for this area, which is usually the finale, because honestly it just felt like we just got these two zones like in the last 2 months, and sometimes the story takes a while to come out, but they really shotgunned their way through this one. And some people were speculating on what this game's gonna do once this main story is done, and it's like right now we're dealing with like the 7 gods and just seeing how this all plays out, and we've already met like half of them. We've met 4 out of the 7. Or wait, no, yeah, the other 7, and we've already met 4. So the only ones left is water, ice, and fire. Are the final 3, and one of them we already know is like the one of like seemingly to be the bad guy. We'll see.
I thought we agreed on a plan. How can you go back on your word?
The plan is too radical and carries a high risk for casualties. I've given it a lot of thought, and in the end, I still can't agree to it.
But it's still the best plan we have. As a former Matra, you of all people should be able to see the bigger picture and recognize the innate advantages of our plan.
I did. And that's how I saw the danger behind these so-called advantages. Al-Hitham's plan is even more radical than I imagined.
Huh? Why are you guys arguing?
My friend, you're just in time. Why don't you help me persuade Sino? He's turned against our plan.
We agreed to work out a plan at the meeting. As mercenaries, you're familiar with the local environment, so you'll take care of the specifics. But then, you went to Al-Haytham for suggestions. Had I known Al-Haytham would give you those kinds of suggestions, I would not have agreed to the plan.
Look, you already know that we're all on the same side here, don't you?
Mercenaries place a lot of importance on their bonds of friendship, but also will not hesitate to make sacrifices if they deem the situation to be sufficiently dire. I'm sorry, but as things stand, I can't accept your principles.
Seems you really do understand the ways of the desert.
Traveler, Paimon, this is also something you should know. Rahman's plan is to have me work with the Caravan Reebok guards in my capacity as a Matra. We will arrest the mercenaries and escort them into Sumeru City.
Alright.
Wait, how can we work with the guards?
We can't get through that wall easily, remember? Caravan Rebot would never let so many unregistered members of the Eremites enter Sumeru City. My plan will clear us of any possible suspicion, and also let us enter the city as a big group. There is no better way.
That also sounds like something Al-Haytham told you. Am I right?
Doesn't Al-Haytham know how dangerous this plan is?
Of course he does. He told me, there is no perfect plan, but this can get the job done. He also said that with the help of Sino and the Traveler, our chance of success would increase significantly. I never blindly trust anyone, and I've always had a good eye for people. I think he made a number of valid points. It's my own choice to trust you.
If I make the arrests alone, I can control myself and prevent you from getting hurt. But I can't guarantee that kind of discipline from the guards. To make the whole thing more convincing, you'll need to resist to some degree. Casualties are inevitable once push comes to shove. I'm okay with the deaths of enemies. But now that we're allies, I'm against the meaningless loss of our own.
I can't believe a Matra would actually care about us. I've lived a hard life, and I can say that people like you are hard to come by.
I've always treated my allies with honesty and respect. They have the right to know important things like this.
Now you're making this hard for me.
Hey, is there something we can do to help?
Okay,
I knew you would say that.
We can help fight some of the mercenaries, which should reduce the number of times you'll have to struggle directly with the guards. That should help at least a little bit.
Sino, on behalf of my people, I thank you for your kindness. But this is a mission we cannot turn our backs on. We strongly value the lives of our friends, but the goal we are about to achieve is even more important. We have no fear of casualties, because we crave the spoils of victory. So please, lend us your support. We will show you the determination of us desert dwellers.
Well, now that you've put it that way, I can no longer refuse. But remember, you need to follow the plan and not do anything reckless. Candace made it very clear that we can only achieve our goals if we can ensure our safety. Since you and I both recognize the significance of this operation, there should be no more animosity between the followers of the Dendro Archon and those of King Deshret. Everyone's life is equally important.
Okay, you have a deal. Let's do this for our shared dream.
fuck the police.
Guards should be stationed in the courtyard nearby. You can find them there.
Alright. That was a bit of a lengthy one. Anyway, what I was getting back to in the middle of that, yeah, people were talking about, like, what are we going to do with this game after, like, this story arc concludes. And it's, like, down to two things, like, okay, three things. One is, like, they take the game offline, which I seriously doubt they're gonna do that. The company that's making this is coming out with some games that look pretty interesting. Honestly, all the games that are going to be coming out by this company, I am interested in, some more than others. There's one called ZZZ. I can't remember exactly what that stands for, but it's like a triple Z. It looks super dope, but as of right now, I don't know if it's going on console. I tried looking up information about it. All I could find was information on, like, the PC version or, like, the phone version.
You should really bring the Knights of Favonius with you next time.
But yeah, as soon as that comes out, I definitely want to do a stream of that. But anyway, yeah, like, they wouldn't close the game, so that's a third option. But I seriously doubt they'll ever, like, take this offline if they can help it, since it makes a shitload of money. It made like $1 billion in its first year, so it's like, that is really good for, like, a company not really known in the West releasing, like, this first, like, gacha kind of game. The other two options are, obviously, introduce a new villain, extend it out, which honestly I wouldn't be opposed to. But then the third option, which is the one I really hope they do, you are introduced to the main character as the Traveler. He travels between worlds, all right? This is one world. So I would love it if they were like, yeah, we'll just go to another world. So it's like, yeah, you can pop into like Tavat, like this world, and then pop over into another world. Almost kind of like the concept of Sword Art Online, where it's like the first season was all about that fantasy world, like this, the first full arc being in this fantasy world, and the next one could be like sci-fi-ish themed or something, or like it could introduce whole new concepts in a completely separate world, but you could still travel between the two, where it's like it would be a sequel but not like a separate game. It's still like all just one game, and you could like choose which world you go to. That would be super fucking dope, and I think that would be the right choice, because like, why else make your main character an interdimensional traveler to many worlds? It's like, yeah, that's like a genius idea. The question is whether or not they make it like Genshin Impact 2, or if they just make Genshin Impact 1 keep going. That is like the big thing, whether they'll kind of soft end this and kind of like move it over to the sequel or not. But yeah, if they did that, then it's like, if they did another world, we might have to restart it, and they might have to do a Genshin Impact 2, because like, the main character is the traveler, not all of our companions that we play as, unless we figure out a way to like bring them over with us, which I don't know, who knows. But yeah, I think they'd probably extend the main story to have like at least 1 or 2 more story arcs, because I think right now it's like the Cryo God seems to be the enemy, but I think ultimately we're gonna find out it's Celestia is actually the bad guys, and I think maybe like half of the arc will be getting to the Cryo, and then the other half will be going to Celestia. So we might not, like, by the time we get to who we think the main bad guy is, that might just be like the halfway point in the game, where we find out the big heel turn of like, no, or reverse heel turn, where it's like, nope, not actually the bad guy. They just do shitty things, but it's like, because what they're facing is like a literal celestial god. So it's like, we'll see. Some pretty good options. Can't wait to see what they end up going with. And honestly, over the last like year, they've really cracked out a lot of story.
Guards!
General Mahamatra! To what do we owe the honor?
God, I really want him. God, this character is so dope. I want him so bad.
Keep your voice down. This is a secret operation. I'm going to arrest a large criminal gang near this location. According to the Academia's Guide and Regulations on Secret Operations, I have the right to ask for the cooperation of Caravan Rebot.
Ah, of course, of course. Mahamatra Sino's order is the Academia's order. Just let us know what you need. But who exactly are you planning to arrest, and how many people are you expecting? Depending on the scale of this operation, we may need to report it to our superiors.
They're a squad of Eremites whose number is comparable to Ain El Akhmar in Port Ormos. They're involved in the theft and resale of supplies from the Academia.
As many as Ain El Akhmar? This should definitely be classified as a joint operation.
Then I suggest that you report this to your superiors as soon as possible, and treat it as a top priority desert operation. I will need personnel.
Got it. Please wait a moment. I'll contact them immediately.
Because this is work. Because I trust you.
Yay! We are the best friends!
I can't believe you're still in the mood to chat. This whole thing has Paimon scared stiff. Aren't you even a little worried? What if these guards already know that you have betrayed the Academia and are no longer their General Mahamatra? Even if that guard doesn't know, their superiors might, right?
We discussed this, remember?
The Caravan Rebot operation is of great importance. But don't worry, the guards there shouldn't know that Sino has stepped down.
God damn it, why? They're already doing this? Okay, so this is a trope of, okay, now let's talk about our highly intricate secret plan. They cut away and then they come back. Okay, so everyone got the plan? Great. Then they'll go and do the plan, so the whole thing's a surprise for us, the viewer. But really, they're already doing flashbacks to this conversation that happened like less than 5 minutes ago. Just show, like, why are you doing this? You could have just showed us this whole conversation when we were there instead of having to do this, like, meaningless flashback, bro. Why? This is a total anime trope where, like, they do a flashback to something that happened, like, right before the TV commercial. It's like, it literally just happened.
How can you be so sure?
First, the other Matra still don't know why Sino has left, which proves that the Academia has been covering up the matter.
Second, this is a crucial moment for the Academia's God creation plan. If something were to happen to the General Mahamatra, it's bound to attract a lot of unwanted attention. No matter how you look at it, they don't seem interested in sharing the news of Sino's departure.
A reasonable inference. I agree.
Which brings us to our next issue. I'm sure some of you have been wondering if the prediction function of the Akasha will affect our operation.
The Akasha is still in operation, so I must remain on high alert. Actually, considering the power of the Akasha, it's quite strange that it hasn't already tried to interfere with my actions.
I've given that a lot of thought. For now, I don't think you'll need to worry. If you remember, when you first came to Aru Village, all your actions and routes were predicted by the Akasha. It even gave that information to those who kidnapped the village keepers. But things like that never happened again after we met up with the Traveler.
That's true. But why?
Look at it from a different angle. Why do you think the Akasha will predict your actions?
Because my personal data has been entered into the Akasha.
That's true, but the key to this question is, how well can the Akasha make predictions about a person? Haven't you ever thought about it? Just how can it do this in the first place?
Because the Akasha controls the entirety of Sumeru.
The Academia firmly believes that all human actions can be explained through logic.
By sorting and analyzing entered data, the Akasha can derive behavioral logic and predict the actions of those who fit an existing logic model. However, at the risk of sounding like an advocate for fallacies, can everyone truly be considered logical at all times?
Plus, okay, so Al-Haytham did bring this up earlier. If you were born into a society where you had this thing implanted in your ear the whole time that would just give you the right information all the time, that would definitely change how you would act. So wouldn't the logic of the people they're studying, i.e. the people in the city, be still to some extent different from quote-unquote normal people that wouldn't have that kind of instantaneous like access to information? So basically anyone from like outside, like any outsider that never grew up on having that kind of information would act to some degree differently than what would be expected. Which is why they need us, because we're the chosen one.
Emotions are part of our behavioral logic, but can you guarantee that every experience of the same joy or pain would be equally intense? How can our feelings and opinions be predictable down to the letter in every single instance? Sino, in the past, you've always worked alone. In the absence of another person who could sway you or your thoughts, the Akasha could produce predictions that were similar to your real-life behavioral principles. Decisive and principled, you were used to solving problems alone. That's why the Akasha could figure you out. But now, you've joined a team. And I believe the Akasha hasn't yet figured out the full composition of it. Our thoughts and logic have intermingled and weaved themselves together to become a complicated, chaotic mess. Any one of us could potentially disagree with another. The Akasha lacks data on these interactions, and it's impossible for it to predict your actions in the future based on your decisions in the past. After all, there's probably a limit to just how much we can be modeled or controlled by data.
Exactly.
So, in my opinion, you're probably safe for now.
Makes sense to me. I agree. The Akasha is not alive, and I don't think we can be completely controlled by something without a mind of its own.
Is that so? I guess there are things that even the Akasha cannot calculate, and people will not be forever trapped by the past.
I'm so glad that this is settled.
Next time, pay attention during our meetings.
Will do.
Just remember to stay vigilant.
Footsteps!
General Mahamatra, we were not expecting your presence here. I'm the security officer of the Grand Deshret Desert District. My name is Luxembargo.
This is my assistant, the Traveler. He will be working with me. The construct next to him is for his work.
Beep! Construct, beep!
Dude.
What a great honor to meet you. Your golden hair is as bright as the sun. And, is this the latest technology from the Academia?
Just say it's a puppet. Something.
Have you made a decision regarding the matter I mentioned to your subordinate?
It seems to be a dire situation, so of course you will have our full cooperation. To be perfectly honest, I've always longed to go on a mission with someone as well known as yourself.
There's no need for flattery.
Yes, sir.
Take your most elite platoon and follow me to the eastern side of the district. We will carry out the operation there.
Understood.
Map.
Hurry, bring the map!
Okay, so how is this gonna go down? Are we gonna distract them so they can sneak in, or are we gonna pretend to arrest them?
We will engage Rahman's Eremites and capture all of them. Any questions about the time or location?
None at all, sir.
Good. See you then.
Yes, sir.
Right.
Maybe hanging around the General Mahamatra isn't so bad after all. Everyone's so respectful towards us.
This is all due to the absolute authority of the Academia. And now, we're going to strike back against that massive pillar of power. Get ready. We will move out in 2 days.
Alright. Yeah, I don't know. They started doing this ever since Sumeru was introduced. Is the weird like 2-day waiting rule that they've been doing with a lot of quests, and it's like, why? Before it was like wait until the following day or wait till a specific time, but now they're starting to do like wait 2 days. Maybe, oh, maybe it's because of people that like didn't want to go and do the main story back to back, and they just wanted to feel like they had more free time. Maybe. Well, let's see. Let's look around. Oh man, this would be like a perfect place for like a little hidden chest. Alright. Yeah, we got very little experience in this area because we kind of just ran right through as soon as the desert area was unlocked. I'm really wondering, I'm assuming when it comes to like around Christmas time, we're gonna go back to Dragonspine and continue that story that's been going on the last few winters that they keep bringing back around. But I'm wondering if they'll introduce like another mountain range area that we're gonna go to, or like they'd basically use the same rules as like, oh well, this area is super cold, so you get a chill effect and you have to be near a fire. So it's like, I hope if they do introduce another mountain range area that they kind of just bring over the prior established rules and not try to make up new ones, because that is a good part, but also sometimes a negative part with this game is like the new areas getting new and interesting things, like new mechanics, but at the same time, like sometimes you just want some repeats, like when they introduced the whole gliding system, or not the gliding system, over in Inazuma, those little lightning balls that you could like slingshot yourself to, except they were like temporary-ish. And then they introduced a more permanent version here in Sumeru. Just like, I keep wondering if they're ever gonna backwards compatible anything and like introduce it all across the area, rather just in one specific zone. Because man, Leeway would definitely benefit having this system that they have here for gliding around. I don't know if they have and it was retrofitted, because I haven't been back to Leeway in a long time. But man, that would really help, because those are some straight up vertical mountain ranges there that are a pain in the ass to get up. Okay, we got this. We also have a little star, which we can go and try to find. Oh, hello. We also got another little star. Okay, we got that up, but nothing happened. Hello? I think that's the first time nothing really happened. Let's see if defeating him does something. I was watching some shorts on YouTube, and there's this, I can't remember his name. He's a streamer, and he like does a lot of Genshin Impact content, and he goes through like some people's like character setups to kind of see like what other people are using. This one person had an insane setup that had 100% crit rate and over 200% crit damage. It's like, oh my god, every swing was a plus 200 crit damage. It's like, holy shit. I need that so bad. Ooh, shoot. Alright, we're in an area with some of that dead plants. Maybe we'll take care of that. I've kind of avoided doing those, but maybe I should start focusing on trying to do those. Who knows, maybe doing all of them will unlock something, because that'd be cool. A whole nationwide puzzle that would unlock.
Time for retribution!
Rain cutter!
Testing my patience.
Rain outlines.
Uh-oh. Wait, hold on. How did we freeze? He's ice? Oh, shoot. I don't think I ever realized that. That this is a slightly more difficult enemy type. But I never noticed that they actually put a different
Spring forth!
element on their weapons. I don't know if it's cryo every time, or if it's just that guy and it's a different one every time.
Witness the power of Gugwa.
Alright, shoot. We are slowly dying. Alright, we need to drain that meter. Okay, so we got one there. Not that guy. Where is the green thingy
Time to act.
that we need? Where are you? Oh, oh my god, it was like right in front of me. Okay, we got this. Alright, that's one. Okay, so far they're nothing but slimes. I have a bad feeling that this last one is going to be something way more deadly. Boom. Nope. Oh, fuck. No, it is something way more deadly. God damn it. Alright.
I'll protect us. Hi?
Okay, fuck. We need to go somewhere. There we go. Oof.
Time to act. Let me weave you.
Thank God they're all fire-based. We can wipe them out pretty easy with our water. No, there you are. This a-hole and his bleed effect we need to take out.
Rain cutter.
I need to keep an eye on the bottom gauge too to make sure that doesn't fill up. Okay, I know I'm jinxing it by saying it, but he is really not attacking much. Maybe they de-aggroed these guys so they're less of a total spaz to fight.
Let the show begin.
God damn it, would you come down the thingy? It just keeps on getting knocked higher and higher. So much chipping. Jesus Christ, guy. Come on, there we go. We got a bunch of slime.
No, my sword! Rain outlines your fate.
Okay, Bush. You're really screwing over the camera there. There we go. Okay, hold on. We're gonna come back to that. I think that might just be weirdly colored because of this area. Is that just regular blue crystal? Yeah, it is. Okay. Weird. I was like, ooh, a new kind of gem.
This is the kind of surprise I could see.
But no, it's the regular blue crystal. I thought it was like some sort of green thingy. Oh, where are we going here? It says it's like... Oh, hello. There we go. Yeah. Sweet. So we got that one.
Scatter!
That was pretty quick. All right. Oh no! Whoops! I thought I took him out. All right.
I suppose
the
this
chest.
propagate.
Okay, what was this? This was one of the more rare things that we learned about that we haven't really done too many with. Shoot. This is gonna drive me nuts. Maybe, did we need this for it? Oh wait, no. Hold on. Oh wait. We did get a new musical instrument for this other quest. Maybe that's what we needed, since it's got musical notes popping out. Yes, that's what it was. Completely forgot about that. All right. Where you be? Oh, Shiki Taisho. I forgot about him. Put him down for this cool little bird guy. Oh yeah, and I don't know if I ever showed this off. For the newest event where we could get a Sealy, I got the green one. What did we do? Crap, what was the item? Was it this? Or was it the drum? Fishing line. I'm trying to think. Or wait, no, was it this? I think this is that one, maybe. Okay. It doesn't help that the camera is like in the bushes and we can't see what the hell is happening here. This should be a little further away. There we go. All right. Yeah, god damn it. How do we unlock the mystery to this? Sorry. Okay, I'm not... Okay, I am definitely no fucking clue on this one. Yeah, this was part of that quest that I really could not figure it out. Because before, when we ran into those, they just like gave us the song to play. And now it's like, no, figure it out. It's like, it's a fucking song, dude. There's like a million combinations. How are we supposed to do this here, guy? Let's just jump up. There we go, buddy. Easy Pete's. Ooh, hello. Hello. There is this.
Scatter!
Oh, wait, hello. Maybe we're supposed to unlock all of these.
Propagate! Germinate!
No, my sword! Body and mind. Rain cutter.
Scatter! Tricks up your sleeve.
Joke's on you. Some of these characters don't even have sleeves.
Burn! You want this one? Propagate!
Ah, damn it, it's still on fire. Alright, so that kind of shafted us.
Scatter!
God, it's such a devastating move. I still need to work on getting him better artifacts. Like, he already has, like, a base, like, the base version. I just need to focus and try to get the ones that have, like, a bit better stats when it comes to
Witness the power of Gugwa.
his damage. There we go. Boom, boom. Okay, we got that one.
Spring forth!
Okay, good, that counted. Alright, sweet. And then that one. What else do you want from me? Is there another one somewhere? I did all three. Is there a fourth? Fourth one should be like right here. Dang it. Alright, let's go fight this guy. He's the last one left, and it's just for that chest.
Just following orders.
No, my sword! Rain outlines your fate.
Time for retribution!
I suppose this will do.
Fudge! Alright, I am not finding this one. God damn! It's gotta be underground then, somehow. That is the bad thing about having large underground sections in this zone, because it's just like, where the fuck are you supposed to go?
Propagate!
I'm gonna need to come back for that because I'm not figuring that out. Or this. Good lord. Alright, let's check down here to this thing. There we go. Hello. Okay, we need a... Oh wait, no. We need Oh, wrong octave. Oh no, it was the right octave. Okay, sorry. God, it's been like over a month since I had to do this. Jesus God. Yeah, these bigger ones we can do, but then the small ones are just like a goddamn mystery. Yeah, like what's going on here, buddy? What's happening here, Chief? this is supposed to do. Alright, nothing. Okay, we need 15 of those, that's what matters. Two more. Shit, two more. Where can they be? Oh, right there. Alright. I was blinded by the green light for a moment. Alright. There we go. Yay. Okay, that was completed. Oh, wow. Okay, I was gonna say, I guess we get nothing from it, but no. Oh, hello. Ooh.
We'll need more where that came
It's a slightly higher treasure chest. Alright, sweet. Trying to think, what can we do? Yeah, I haven't really tried to get the artifacts for him. I haven't tried to max the main character out with the new Dendro element at all, which is probably something I should try and do in terms of at least giving him a good enough weapon and trying to move slightly towards the artifacts he needs. But we have not done any of the dungeons in this zone, so I seriously doubt I even have even weak versions of anything that he needs. Same with Shinobu. I've neglected like almost all the characters except for the ones from like Inazuma. I mean, except for the ones from Mondstadt for the most part. Because yeah, look at our roster. Mondstadt, main boy, Mondstadt. Some from Leeway, Mondstadt. He's the only... Ito's the only one from Inazuma that I've really like worked hard to like level up super fast. As well as Shinobu that I want to, but like I kind of stalled out on that. I hate her so much. You're a waste of a character. I'll throw away. We had to throw away like frickin' 2 perfectly good rolls on you. Or was it 3? I don't even remember. Oh wait, hold on. Oh, I never noticed that. Her little...
I created another
Her little avatar changes clothes as well. I did not realize that. I knew we could change her clothes, but I didn't know like her little avatar picture changed with it as well. I thought it just stayed as default. And how the hell have we not had a different outfit for the main character yet? Like, you'd think that'd be like one of the first things. Also, yeah, I've been kind of surprised at like when they introduce new outfits. We haven't really gotten too many because they were introduced, I think, last summer. And we haven't really gotten many since. Like, we've gotten a couple, but like, I thought that would be a more regular, like every update or every other update, we'd be getting outfits, but it's been a bit rarer than that. Artifacts, what did we have here? Oh yeah, I forgot. So I had his old set, and when Inazuma came out, it kind of swapped over to this other newer set, and I was trying to work on getting those. Except it's going into a dungeon where you have to fight those wolves with bleed, and it's super fucking annoying. But I got 2, unfortunately. I played it a lot, and just like with Dayluk and his set, I play this dungeon, I keep getting the 5-star set, except it's the other set, since every dungeon has like 2 5-star sets. I just kept getting all the components for the other set. It's just like, shit. I should actually see, look at the crafting table. I don't know if they've updated that to have more stuff on it. And yeah, man, we've like waited enough. Like, it's been a minute. And 2 days have not yet passed still, so let's fucking speed this sucker up. It's probably already been 1 day, but like, whatever. 2 full days, let's do this. Wow, this is really taking a minute. All right. That was like 30 seconds. All right. Sweet, we got it.
Time for the operation. Let's go meet Sino in the desert.
Oh, sweet. Okay, so, oh, hey, we're heading back into the desert. Unfortunately, it's still like right near the main village. It's like, come on, man. Couldn't have put it out like over here or somewhere. And by the way, I still need to figure out the puzzles that have to do with these other ruins, because there's clearly a way to get into them, because they have items that are like being shown that are inside, so I'll need to figure that out. Alright, let's see how this goes down. Are we just gonna pretend to arrest him until we get to the capital? Is this gonna be kind of like a heel turn situation? Are we gonna take the guys we're bringing in there as hostages for leverage? But that probably wouldn't work if we did that. They'd be like, "Ah, fuck them, kill them." It's like, shit. Alright, what do we got?
Look, over there. Our helpers have arrived already. Let's hurry over.
Wait a moment.
Ah! Oh, it's you.
You're my assistant, remember?
Now assist.
Being my assistant, you must stay with me. Now let's head over there.
It's General Mahamatra and his assistants.
We meet again.
You're here early.
It's to show how important we think the operation is. Since this is a big case for the Academia, we are prepared to give it our best.
I do find it kind of interesting that the desert dwellers and the people from the city do use the same weapon types. You'd think that maybe, since it does seem to be a kind of a culture war, not a culture war, like they're culturally different, that's the better term, that the weapons in the city would like evolve and look a bit different than the ones being used out in the desert.
I'm glad to hear your sense of resolve. Remember, we must capture them alive. They are our only leads for the case. If they die, we will be unable to continue the investigation.
Understood.
Everyone! The Eremites are approaching from the west!
Make preparations and be ready for combat. Halt!
Oh? What a warm welcome. What do you want? Judging from those shiny weapons in your hands, it seems like you're not interested in a deal.
Rahman, the Academia has caught wind of your smuggling and illicit sales.
What?
If you value your life, I advise you to surrender.
Who are you supposed to be? A Matra from the Academia? I can't believe you came all this way just to catch us.
I'm not here to talk.
Oh. Nobody's given me this much time of day since I became a mercenary. Brothers! For that slight, let's wash our blades with their blood. Let's show them we Eremites are not to be messed with.
Okay, let's see how this goes down. Oh, I was partially hoping that we'd get a cutscene. Oh shit, they have health bars too. I'm assuming we're gonna need to keep them alive.
No, my sword! Rain cutter! Rain outlines.
I keep messing up. I keep on trying to use his ult and then using the two R2s to build meter quicker. But I keep on using R2, at least one of the R2s first. And yeah, look at this. Main story shit, easy. Actual, like, in the open world fighting, fucking hard. Or, like, more obnoxious. Low. Another wave.
Burn! Propagate!
Let me weave you a verse.
Dude, that one was way faster. Holy shit.
Germinate!
Oh my god. Fucking destroying them. Yeah, maybe I need to look for another water user that's maybe a bit better. Just so we can have, like, the Dendro combo being a little more effective.
We have subdued them. The operation is now over. All Eremite mercenaries and related personnel in the area have been arrested.
You pitiful Dendro Archon dogs!
Oh.
You'll regret this!
Okay, I just thought of it. I know exactly who I need now. The older brother from Inazuma. The one who does, like, the quick draw technique, who's water-based. His ult is, like, an area of effect of rain. That would be perfect because of Dayluk, as well as the Dendro ult. That could just be a constant feed for anyone that's stepping in there. They're getting water damage plus feeding the Dendro ult. Oh my god. Okay, he's jumped up to the top of my list. I need the older brother from Inazuma now. He'd be a great addition.
I'm afraid you'll regret it first.
King Deshret will curse you, and you will all!
Silence!
Silencio, old man.
Oh!
Okay, yeah, so we're doing the classic Trojan horse situation.
Restrain them and take them back to Caravan Rebot. Count their numbers and send them to the Academia as instructed by the General Mahamatra.
Yes, sir!
Mahamatra Sino, I will now take my leave. If you need further assistance, please come to Caravan Rebot and ask for me.
Understood. You are dismissed.
There they go.
Let's talk elsewhere.
This part of the plan went really well.
So I'm wondering, are we gonna bring them in so they can be like our forces to help fight against, obviously, the enemy? But is Alhaitham also gonna try to get some people on, like, the inside also to turn?
Yes. Things went perfectly.
That's fantastic! And that punch you gave Ramon there sure looked convincing enough.
Once we're done here, I'll return to Caravan Rebot and oversee the group's transport. I promise. I'll get everyone into Sumeru City safely.
Yeah, you're the reason why everything went so well.
It's not the time to celebrate yet. I believe Dia should already be waiting for you. Go join up with her. She will need you to introduce her to Tainari.
Speaking of which, is it really okay for us not to share the full plan with Tainari? What if he'll feel miffed about it and refuse to work with us?
I have a very close relationship with Tainari. Given how well we know each other, I believe my message alone should be enough to bring him to our side. He knows I won't make jokes about things like this.
Of course, we're two main character boys. Of course we'd know each other.
If we need help, Tainari is the best option. Get ready for the next phase of the plan. don't keep them waiting.
Phase dose. Alright. I like this. This whole last section is us enacting a plan. However, like, God, it's so weird because so much of this area was like shown to us as like, oh, someone's burning down that tree of knowledge, and it's this whole thing. We still haven't even gotten to that part yet, and we've barely seen the Harbinger that's responsible for that. Hell, we've barely seen any Harbinger in this area, even though the main Harbinger is supposed to be the puppet guy. And it's just like, goddamn, they just really underdo it for us when it comes to the Harbingers. It's just like, as few cutscenes as possible. And then you kill them. Wasn't that great? The 3 whole cutscenes we get with them. I'm still not over us not being able to get Senora as a playable character. It's like, who cares if she's dead? It's not canonically, like, canonical, that's the word, canonically correct that all of these characters are coming on the journey with us, but we still get to play as them, so why not let us play as Senora? That would be a really cool thing where, like, if we get to the cryo country, and then it's like, then they start introducing, oh, well, here's the Fatui that you've defeated in the past, and you can play as them as characters. That would be really sweet. That'd be freaking sick. And it's ironic, look at this. The green cube, the green hypostasis is in the desert rather than over in the lush green area. We're going pretty good, but yeah, I'm afraid this is supposed to be the 3rd part, and it was kind of implied that this was going to be like the finishing out to the arc here, and it's just like, really? The first half was good. The second half, I've got to say, was the weakest, going into the desert. Like, we learned a lot of really cool stuff, but at the same time, it feels more like kind of like when we were doing the main story and then we took a break and went to Dragonspine. It's like the Dragonspine story is still cool, but it's like not at the same level as the main story. That's kind of what the Act 2 felt like for this one. Maybe this will have more than 3 acts, though, maybe. Maybe that's what it is. I hope. Because, yeah, I don't want to waste that freaking puppet Harbinger guy. He seems really cool. And we only really got to see him, like, 2 times. And I swear to God, if the 3rd time is us fighting him as a final boss.
Dia! We're here!
Because right now, the longest running Harbinger is Child. And we haven't seen him since we left Leeway. Oh, wait, no. We saw him. We saw him in an event.
It's about time. Didn't you say our part of the plan is the most important of all? And here you come rolling in late. In the time it took you to get here, I already did 5 laps around the place, downed 7 drinks, and even did some clothes shopping.
What'd you buy?
Sorry. We didn't mean to keep you waiting.
I just wanted to fix your attitude and rub it in a little. After all, you took your sweet time getting here, and we've got important stuff to take care of. I just like seeing that serious look on your face. All right, I'll stop. All joking aside, I'm glad you're here. Let's get moving and take care of this as soon as possible.
But where should we start?
Our responsibility is to get a status update on the Fatui Harbinger known as the Doctor. We need to make sure he won't get in our way when we rescue Lesser Lord Kusanali.
Okay, so the Doctor was the new Harbinger that was introduced here. I forgot that they call him the Doctor because like, when I was talking about him earlier, I was thinking, you know, the General or something like that.
Dealing with an institution that controls all of Sumeru is already hard enough. If the Doctor were to crash the party, it would be next to impossible for us to achieve our goals.
Yeah, we sure don't want him showing up. Ooh, he really gives Paimon the creeps.
Right? Hearing his name just reminds me of those stuffy old geezers in the academia. I'd rather not have to deal with someone like that. According to the plan, we should first go to Pardis DI and ask for Forest Watcher Tainari. If all Hatham and Sino's sources are solid, then we can be sure that Tainari still has the Academia's trust. So, we'll find Tainari and convince him to get us the latest intel on the Doctor. Then, depending on what we learn, we'll make any necessary adjustments to our plan. The sages have placed spies everywhere on the other side of the wall. I'll follow you as a bodyguard. You should be honored. I don't offer my services to just anyone you know.
But Paimon thought mercenaries would do anything for Mora.
That's certainly
Fair.
true. But when multiple employers are vying for your services, you should always go with the best offer. Let's see. If I were to charge you a bill, I guess I can apply a discount.
How much more do you want? I was not sure we can afford it.
How much do I want? Hey, how about paying me with a smile? What do you think? I haven't seen you smiling much lately. If you ask me, someone like you must look lovely when they smile.
Oh, come on. They're not even being almost subtle about it anymore.
So that I can be less worried. Looking good. I hope this pretty smile will become our lucky charm.
How has nobody released a dating sim of this yet? Like, there's gotta be a fan-made one somewhere.
There are many kinds of smiles, but only a truly joyous one can bring blessings to others. Let's consider this smile a down payment for our future
I mean, for
victory.
God's sake, KFC released a dating sim. Everyone does it.
Let's go. It's time to pay a visit to Pardis DI.
Man, I really do wish there were more shops in the world. Apart from, like, the basic bitch ones that are in the main cities. That's definitely one thing I wish they'd improve in this game. It's just, like, more shops and make them a bit more diverse. Like, I've said this since the beginning. Even, like, the super weak basic weapons you pick up at the blacksmith, I wish they'd at least change the skins of them. So, like, even though, like, they're weak and you wouldn't use them, at least they'd look unique to the region you're in. Like, just small shit like that, man. I'm assuming we're going to that little... Yeah, this place. We stopped here super briefly for the main story. We basically stopped here, did a short talk, and then we booked it all the way here, and then straight here. Super fast. So let's go talk to Tanari. I can't even remember, did we? Yeah, we talked to Tanari when we were there. Because I remember we went there to talk to him, but some shit happened and it was crazy. It was bananas. B-A-N-A-N-A. Although this is such a nice place. Like, it's weird, just like the color combination of the greens and oranges with the cement color makes this place seem super comfy.
Have you considered the possibility that there's something wrong with the projections?
And I'm surprised they don't have more like greenhouses like that with the glass. I think some more of the structures in the main city would be like that. Since they're all about the plants.
Tainari!
Ah, Traveler, Paimon. And you are?
Hey there.
This is our friend Dia. She's an Aramite mercenary.
A mercenary? You must have some big news for me.
It's something really important. Please help us out.
All right, then follow me. This place is better. We won't be disturbed by any passerby. Okay, what is this important thing you want to ask me? The doctor, huh?
He's that strange-looking Fatui Harbinger with the mask. Paimon thinks he has blue hair.
Yes, I know him. Actually, he left Party's DI just a little while ago.
He left already?
Yeah, he came looking for me.
Can I ask what it was about? Sorry to ask you like this after having just met, but your answer is very important to us. For now, all we can share with you is that your friend Sino is working with us.
Sino, you say? I see. So that's why he hasn't been at the academia. Okay. I will answer your questions and will assist you any way I can. You don't have to tell me everything that's happened.
Okay, it's the weirdest thing, and I know that he has a tail, and I think those are supposed to be like fox ears, but every time I see them, they just remind me of like bat ears or something.
Sino's name really does work wonders. You're not even a little worried that we might have made it all up?
Despite having just met you, I can sense that you're the serious type. Between you, the Traveler, and Sino, none of you strike me as the type that would conspire to deceive me. You don't need to tell me anything you don't want to. I'll also get straight to the point. The Harbinger you mentioned came to me because he wanted to take the scholar Hypatia away with him.
Hypatia? Why would he want her?
And what do you mean by take away? Is he planning to leave Sumeru?
Yes. He told me his return to Snezhnaya is imminent.
Of course. And he wanted to take the seed with him. Well, one of the seeds.
So you mean... you're leaving this place soon?
Indeed. Otherwise, we could have perhaps talked a little more. I was just about to set out when I remembered something important. To that end, I made a final trip to Pardis Di.
I don't know about his clothing design. I think it might be a little too much. Like, the black feathers are one thing, but then that extra blue wing thingy might be a little much.
Let me ask, have you been taking care of a scholar by the name of Hypatia?
Your sources are accurate. No doubt because you recruited many informants. But you're right. Hypatia has indeed been receiving treatment from me.
Forgive me for asking, but how's the treatment coming along?
Given the way you're asking, I assume you have something to say.
Since you asked, I'll be frank. I would like to take Hypatia to Snezhnaya.
It's incredibly difficult to transfer a patient. As a scholar yourself, shouldn't you at least be aware of this?
Oh? I can't believe your utter lack of faith in me, to the point of even questioning my general level of knowledge. How unbefitting.
Well, you're the only one who's ever made such a request.
Okay, I'm trying to see this guy's, vision? And I'm not seeing it anywhere on him. I'm assuming he's cryo, but...
I have my ways of keeping her safe during the journey. In addition, I can also promise that under my care, Hypatia will receive the most advanced and effective treatment. I will personally supervise her treatment and see to her recovery. Would that be agreeable to you?
I'm sorry, I just, if anyone out there's seen, Attack on Titan Abridged, which is hilarious, and if you haven't, I highly recommend it. It's only one episode, but it's so fucking funny. And, there's just one moment where someone mentions Titans, and then Aaron just flips out, oh, Titans are my trigger! It's like, apply that to Snezhnaya. It's like, Snezhnaya is my trigger! Ha ha!
Hypatia was born in Sumeru and remains a scholar of the academia. Her situation has not become dire enough to necessitate her transfer to another nation. Transporting her to Snezhnaya is risky, and the potential benefits are unknown. As the person currently responsible for her treatment, I cannot possibly sign off on this transfer.
Okay, so his gnosis is nowhere, I mean, his vision is nowhere on his, right side. Let's see the left side.
Suggestion is rude and reckless. I'll pass.
In churldish. Damn it.
I don't know much about the doctor, but after talking with him, I realized that, just like many other scholars, he possesses an aura of arrogance that I've come to detest.
I think it might be on his left hand glove. That's like the only part that I don't think I really got a good view of.
It's not so much that he's looking down on others, but more that he's so confident in himself and his abilities, to a point of near insanity. I would never refer a patient to someone like him. I prepared myself for a protracted battle of wits, and was really surprised to see him just give up on the topic. Still, his reaction really concerned me.
I see. Of course, your opinion makes perfect sense. You're still young, but already quite stubborn. I must say, you are not like what I had expected. Under normal circumstances, I wouldn't just let you off the hook like this. But unfortunately, I'm in a hurry today, what with Her Most Noble Majesty the Tsaritsa calling for our return. Luckily, there is still some time left for me to take care of everything before I leave. It's just as the Academia said, you're a responsible and gifted scholar. Sadly, even with all of that, you're still lacking a bit of shrewdness. And that's also why people like you can never realize that sooner or later, everyone must pay the price for what they've learned.
Okay, goddammit, I've still not seen it on his outfit anywhere. Usually they're pretty noticeable. But he's got like a lot of blue motifs, but none of them are the thing.
I feel like he's hinting at something unpleasant.
He asked a question, yet didn't care for my answer. Perhaps I'm nothing but a talking rock in his eyes. He never came off as malicious, but an utter lack of compassion permeated throughout our conversation. From his tone, I can sense that he's always looked down on others.
I can barely believe it myself, but if that's true, the situation will be in our favor.
I don't think I missed any details. Frankly speaking, I don't want you to do anything too risky. Now that you know a little more, it should be easier for you to stay safe.
We shall see.
Sorry we can't tell you everything. We appreciate that you helped us anyway. I won't forget your kindness.
It's like, bitch, please, do you know who I am? I am reckless as hell. I have fought multiple gods of the new and the old. You are an asshole of a lesser god, sir.
It's okay. I have an obligation to do so.
Do you?
To be perfect.
Okay, that was by accident.
Recently, my master wrote several letters to me, asking me to return to the Academia and assist him with his research.
Hasn't he already asked you several times before?
Yes, but there's something off about this most recent batch of letters. The handwriting and tone are both familiar, but some details have been omitted. My master will occasionally leave a few dots on the back of the letter. 1 dot means that he wrote the letter on a sunny day, and 3 dots stand for a rainy day. This has been a habit of his for many years, but I didn't find any dots in his recent letters. I believe something may have happened to him.
I get it. Since you are always at Gandharvaville, you would like me, someone already working at the Academia, to investigate this matter, right?
I'd like to ask you to do that for me. If you can keep yourself safe, please withdraw immediately at the first hint of danger.
I can do that, but I have a feeling it won't be that simple. The Academia has been working on a big project. I'm not quite sure what it is, but your master might be involved with it. If the higher-ups really are hiding something, then it will be difficult to remove myself from the situation once the investigation starts. If the situation becomes critical, I'll leave the Academia. If you don't see me there for an extended period, that's your cue.
All right, we've got a plan. I'll stay at Gandharvaville to support you.
If that scenario comes to pass, you must be extra vigilant. And be wary of any messages or direct requests from the Academia.
I must say, I didn't expect a warning like this from the General Mahamatra.
Being loyal to the Academia doesn't mean blindly doing whatever the sages say. On that note, aren't you also being quite distrustful of your alma mater?
The Academia, yes, but my master is a man of integrity. Even when I was a student, I was worried he'd get in trouble for sticking to his beliefs. I suppose he's lucky to have lasted so long. But in the...
Caught up with him. Sorry, I keep on hitting X early.
I see. So you noticed something was up with the Academia from the very beginning.
This may well be how Sino became involved in all this. In that case, I must keep my promise and help you however I can. Also, if you run into Sino again, please help me pass on a message to him. Trust your own senses and experiences. I think this may be something he needs to hear right now.
Okay, we'll find a chance to tell him.
Thanks.
Right. Now let's go hunt down this Harbinger. Oh, by the way, which way did the doctor go when he left Pardis Eye?
That way.
Gotcha. Thanks so much. We'll be on our way.
Alright. Yeah, as per usual when it comes to the main story, a lot of cutscenes back to back. And we only took like maybe a 10-15 minute break when we had to wait the 2 days. Yeah, this is gonna... Hopefully this will go well into an anime.
Tainari, the doctor is leaving Sumeru soon. I want to check if the doctor was actually telling the truth. He also said that he'll take care of everything before he leaves. What did he mean by that? We need to be extra careful when dealing with a person like him. Just to be safe, let's chase him and see what we find.
But we have no idea where he went! How can we start chasing him?
We'll do it the mercenary way. I'll find leads as we go. All you have to do is just follow me. That Harbinger may have tried to cover his trail, but he still left some traces. Or perhaps he never even thought about concealing his whereabouts. Maybe that's just how arrogant he really is.
Just like right there. Alright. We are gonna call it for today since we were doing just a lot of story back to back. Yeah, like I was saying, I hope this translates well into an anime, although I am worried, like, I've said this before, like when they do the dialogue stuff, it could feel very boring just because the camera angles are very flat. Hopefully, I don't know who is doing the anime. I know they announced the animation studio. Hopefully, either they like cut down on the dialogue a bit more or like streamline it, or they just like make the shots a lot more dynamic and interesting instead of like the flat, like a lot of back and forth on faces shots. Or it's the slow pans. God damn, the slow pans in this game. Yeah, I can't wait. And also to see, like, comparison-wise, like, how much of the dialogue is actually taken from it, or was it completely rewritten for the anime? That'd be interesting to see. And I wouldn't be surprised if the anime was like seasons and each season was a different country. Who knows? Although it is like, it's an anime, quote unquote, but at the same time it's like based on a Chinese property. And recently there has been a rise in like Chinese properties being made into anime, and some of them have had like really weird seasons. Like I know there was this one where it's like it's already 3 seasons in, but like each season is like, I don't know, like 14 episodes or something. I can't remember. It was weird. But they are like English dubbing them, and honestly I'm pretty interested in this since we haven't really gotten to see too many animation things come out of China. And I'm really interested to see what these like Chinese animes are. Even though, unfortunately, I have tried to dip my toes into some, because over the last 5 years, there's been a whole bunch. A lot of it was like CGI for like a few years, and unfortunately, they were all like very much the same. Where it's like, oh, it's Chinese like fantasy world, which is basically like Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon kind of stuff, where it's like wire fighting, people with long hair and robes and stuff, and it feeling like kind of old-timey, and like their god world, fantasy world thing that they're in is all just like floating islands. So it's like that's boilerplate, and there'd be like 6 shows that are like basically set place in like a very similar world to like just that. Kind of like how now in anime we have all of those isekais where it's like, here's the premise, except with some of the Chinese anime, it's like, okay, here's like this fantasy world, but it's like all looks exactly the same. So it's just like, ugh. It's hard for me to get into any of them because it's like, here's 7, they all look exactly the same. And not in the fun, oh yay, more content way, in the, oh god, it's barely bearable in one kind of way. Anyway, that's my random animation rant for today. That's it for today, the end of day 792, almost up to 800 days streamed in a row. Tomorrow's gonna be more Genshin Impact. We're gonna be hitting the main story even more. But yeah, I'm really worried. I know that the final boss, or like the big boss, is coming up, and it's just like, I keep hoping, are we gonna get more interactions with the Harbingers? And it just keeps on not happening. Is there a rule of 3 I'm unaware of when it comes to the Harbingers, where we only get to see them 3 times, and then when we have to like kill them? Because right now, yeah, Child's the only Harbinger that 1 we can play as, and 2 is like somewhat on friendly terms with us. That's why I was surprised that Senora wasn't playable. He's like, Child's technically an enemy, and we did fight him before, so like, why not? But yeah, I really hope some of the other Harbingers do become playable characters soon. It would be interesting to see the puppet guy, to see what he plays like if he was a playable character, based on what his boss fight looks like. It definitely would probably be reminiscent of Razor's like alt, of him kind of having like a stand, being like a giant robot puppet thingy. That'd be super dope. But yeah, that's it for today, guys. Links down below for my Twitter, where I tweet out every day when I'm online and when I'm playing, as well as a link over to my YouTube channel where all my previous streams are uploaded. Tomorrow, Genshin Impact. Friday, Final Fantasy 12 we're going to get back into. And then on Saturday, Sunday, we're going to get back into some Yakuza, Like a Dragon. I can't remember. I think we did majority of the side quests last weekend, so hopefully this weekend we'll start doing back into the main story with it. We'll see. Honestly, I can't remember. The 2 days kind of blend together into just like one long stream for me, and then I forget half of it. It's like, shit, I have such a bad memory. But yeah, that's it for today, everyone. Thanks for coming out and hanging out, and I will catch you all tomorrow. See ya.